able to set default configurations for localhost as well as for the production environment. So currently I'm using of the cursor AI tool to make these changes. So I already prompted to make a separate configuration files for localhost as well as production. So let's see how it is going to work. I'm testing it now. So currently I'm setting your environment files and I'm just verifying whether these local files have been set properly, and I'm checking it whether we could able to see uh, the actual configurations which is being set for the local host. I could able to see this, and I could see that local Postgres connection has been set to this. So let's see. I'm going to run this application now. Yeah, boom. I'm going to restart the front end as well. And I just want to see whether it's going to spin up and be able to see it. So this is the application which I built. This is AI based voice booking assistant applications, and so this I'm trying to refresh my server, and the front end page is going to refresh and see whether my actual application is spinning up, and I was trying to log in. It's basically takes some time to load. See, it's running on the board, and I can able to spin up this. And let me test this application whether it's working fine or not. Okay. And this is my application front end, where it's an AI voice based booking assistant which would help us to book through voices. Like for any businesses, you can book it through voices, so no more booking hassles. So you can call it any 24 into 7, and it has a AI smartness built, and it's going to pick up the slots automatically for the available ones, or it's going to suggest for the new slots. Okay, let's test it.
Hello, I'm Mia, your appointment booking assistant. I can help you book appointments of various businesses. Which business would you like to book for?
Hey, I would like to book an appointment with Downtown Dental. I'm basically trying to do some tests.
I've confirmed that you're looking to book an appointment with top. I'm happy to help you book an appointment. Since you're looking for a test, I'll show you the available doctors and time slots for our general specialization. We have several doctors available today, including Dr. Smith, 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., Dr. Johnson, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., and Dr. Lee, 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Which one would you like to book?
I figured out there is an issue. Basically, uh, there is some config change happen while making the changes automatically. What happened is, like, currently I made it like while processing the request, it shouldn't listen to my voices, but it's keep on listening, and that's why I'm not able to communicate with it properly. So I'm gonna take this as a bug and I'm gonna fix it.
Hello, I'm Mia, your appointment booking assistant. I can help you book appointments of various businesses. Which business would you like to book for?
Hey, I would like to book an appointment with the Downtown Dental.
Thank you for confirming your interest in booking an appointment at Downtown Dental. I've checked our schedule and we have a few available slots today. Would you like to choose one?
Yes, I would like to book an appointment on coming Monday 10 a.m.
I'd be happy to help you book an appointment with our dental clinic. Since the requested time is not available, I'd like to suggest some
So
alternative
it
times
is
that might work better for
suggesting
you.
alternative times
Our
as well.
next available slot is actually
It's
at 2:30
suggesting me
p.m.
that
on
2:30
Monday.
is
Would
available.
you like me to check if this time slot is available?
Yes, please check and book it for me. Yes, please check and book it for me.
I'd be happy to help you book an appointment with our dental clinic. Since we don't have any available time slots for today, I'll suggest some alternatives that are close to your requested time. Our next available slot is at 2 p.m. on Wednesday. Would you like me to check if this time slot is available?
Obviously, there is an issue here. So it is not trying to figure out the exact time for the Monday. I mean, rest of the Monday. It straight away went to the Wednesday and it is trying to figure out the open time slots. So the thing is, I want to find the next available slots on a day basis, not the time, the earliest time for the week. I mean, even if it is 6 p.m. for Monday, it works. I don't want the earliest time like 8:30 to be on Tuesday. So that intelligence, I think it's missing. That we have to implement. So let's see. Uh, Let me log in through uh, the dashboard of a Downtown Dental. I mean, the business which I'm trying to book it for. So, and I could see, I wanted to see whether we have basically the available slots for the coming Monday or not. Let's see. Yeah, I could see that there is no available slots for coming Monday. So that's the basically an issue. And it is trying to check for the Wednesday. It did a good job in finding out, because at least it is suggesting me that okay guys, this is not available. But the actual problem is even the Wednesday slot is not available. So basically the AI should be capable of knowing whether we have any slots for the upcoming weeks. So that is the second bug which I'm going to take a note, and I have to fix it. So yeah, let's we ask Cursor AI to add more slots into my applications. Okay. So basically, I'm going to the database. I'm using the Postgres database to manage all these bookings. So what I'm going to do is like I'm going to see whether there is slots available for this business. I could see for the business ID there is no slots available. So what I can do is I can go to the settings. there is an issue. Okay, basically what I'm going to do is i'm I'm going to ask cursor, I'm going to ask cursor for this user, for this user, for the user and business downtown dental has no slots for next week in business slot settings. Setting table. So what I'm trying to do here is, so we have some automations like where whenever we open spin up the server, what it's going to do is it's going to automatically create tables of slots for the next week. So what happened is like now we have been not using the local database very regularly, and due to this problem what happening is we have pointed to the production database. Okay, so it is trying to fetch the data from production database and it used to work. Now the local database we are using is not basically have the latest data, since I just pointed, I mean I just mentioned it that we're changing the configurations to find out the local config or the production config automatically. So since we have implemented that automatic selection of configurations, so we have come to the database. And so here I can see one more problem. So the fourth problem here is that we have to do some initializations. Okay, so that initialization should be periodic and it should be regular. So basically why it should be periodic is like we have to generate the slots automatically for the businesses. So we as we move on every week or every day we should plan, I mean we can do a scheduler where it's going to check whether there is enough available slots has been created based on the settings. Basically we have a settings where business can mention that from 10 to 6 I want slots and each slot should be 30 minutes. So we have that configuration as well. So that's what, now let's see, I'm going to ask the cursor like for the test user and the business name is downtown dental has no slots for the next week in the business table. Could you please insert the records for next week in DB? I'm just fired at this questions. Okay, what happens is like uh, uh, as I'm firing up these questions, so basically like it is trying to check for the database structure and inserting the slots for next week. So it is going to grab all the tables we have and it is going to select how the appointment slot is being done, and it is going to read the table structure. And what happens is that it's automating. I'm not even touching anything. I just asked it to provide this for the next whole week, and see it's going to create an Python file where it is going to add all the databases folders and the required data. So it automatically going to run this, and what happens is once this is done I could able to see our records for that specific business in the databases. So it's trying to what happens is like while it is writing some code, it find out some Unicode issues. So it is trying to resolve all these issues in the new Python file, and it is finally it's going to running the script. And it's also, see, it's going to checking the correct column names in the business slot break tables, because you could see I just asked for the settings table, but it is able to find the dependent tables as well, and it is going to write the queries based on the foreign keys as well. So this is awesome, guys. So this is gonna save a lot of our times while we are doing the testings. Okay, come. So it is going to identify if there is any issues while it is running. So it's going to identify, it's going to correct its scripts. Okay. And it acts as an intelligent or an experienced a database expert here. And let's see how it is going to execute it. And it has executed it, and what I'm going to see is I'm just seeing 21 records here. Okay, I'm just seeing 21 records, and let's see, I'm going to fire a query. The locus lost, I can see 42 records. See, there are few items got added. Okay, the few items got added into this, and let's see what it happened. So I'm going to refresh this. I don't have any data for the downtown rental. I'm going to load it from the database. I could still see there are no appointments scheduled for this. So I could easily able to identify, because I could see for the business 17 it's trying to add data, but basically here it should be the business ID for one, I guess. So let's see. Still no data for downtown. So I'm just doing that. Okay, boss. You have just inserted the data into the business slot setting, but it's not the correct business you have inserted the data. So it is trying to insert the data for the another business IDs. So I just explicitly given the instruction that so slot setting exists for downtown rental business in business slot setting, 7 records, one per day. It's saying checking appointment slot to see if the slots were generated. It's not, so it's saying that it's got generated for the business ID one slot exists, but they are older dates. The script reported generating for next week, but they weren't saved. It's going to check to ensure that it's correct. So only return slot data, it doesn't return into the database, creating the script to insert the slots. Okay, let's see. Let's see, it's saying that it has created the records for us. So let me go to the application, refresh it. I'm trying to load it from again, so I could still see there is no data present in that. There are 42 records. So what I'm asking is, give me query, we insert query. I will run manually. I will run manually. In editor for next week data. Okay, I'm just saying, asking. It's more of visual based, where I could able to see that whether I could the proper data is present for it or not, and I just wanted to trying to insert. So and generating insert queries for next week appointment slots. And let's see, usually what happened is like well, it lost some business context after a recent update for the cursor. So it used to have a lot of context about what are the queries, what are the data, so it used to insert properly. But now, since after the latest update for the cursor, I'm started seeing this issue. So again, I'm feeding all the context and the required details or information. So I'm training the AI again to think more accurate and more of data oriented for the specific businesses. Let's see. See, it has given me the slots. Okay, start time is open. Let's see what I'm trying to do here now is I just want to create only the few next available slots. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is let me run a few slots for the next available settings. Okay, see, the query is wrong. Okay, why is because I want to add open slots for business slot settings. Okay, let's see appointment slots. Looks like it's got added a lot of appointment slots. I'm trying to clean up some data. Okay, so I don't want any junk data to be available for us. Where it shows us as book data, the query is wrong because I want to add open slots for business slot setting, not for the appointment slots. The appointment slots basically used to book and slot, but where business slot setting is used to open a slots. Okay, insert for next week records and delete files created for this purpose. So it keeps inserting all the records here. So I doesn't want uh, the files to expand because it is not going to be mm, worth, or we are going to lose a lot of context as we move on, and lots of file compiling up in a specific folders, and it's going to be difficult to manage the application later point of sites when we move it to the production. Okay, so let's see how it is going to work now, and I'm trying to basically ask it to generate few slots for me, and I want the magic to happen at least this time, because you can see I provided almost all the context, and you could see that it's AI can use to speed up the development, okay, but without actual human interventions. So this is not going to be like the specific for what we are going to do. So sometimes it hallucinate a lot, and it's trying to think, and it's going to search based on some terms like hey, I want to add a slots. Okay, I'll find the appointment table and I'll try to add it. So it doesn't use the brain. Here is the point: if you want to hit the target, it's just try to find that if I have five targets and I know that this is the target which I wanted to hit the arrow for, but what it see, it's going to find that five targets, and it there is where the human brain is required. There is where it gets confused. So I want to hit for the specific left side target, but it is finding five targets. It's just randomly go and hit it. So this is where the real developers is needed. This is what I can say. Okay, this is going out of my hand, and I think so here I'm again prompting like I don't find any queries within the SQL file. So can you please give me some insert queries where I could able to add it? Okay. Okay, now I could able to see it. Okay, it has not got given me in a row, but at least I could see few. What I'm going to do is I'm going to insert business ID 1, day of week 0, and start time, and the intervals. Okay, so now I want 30-minute is open should be true, and now let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, I could see that business ID and day of the week is already exist. I mean, it's the slots are basically already had it. The issue might be okay. I got it now. So uh, this is what happens sometimes, guys. So this is the table which I'm only had it. Basically, this is kind of a setting. Okay, day of a week, Monday. Okay, on Monday, on Monday start time is 9 and end time is 5. So from 9 to 5 it has to automatically configure the slots for me. But here the problem might be it is not rotating from the correct local host. So let's see. what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna spin up the server. I'm gonna spin up the server again, and I wanna see the issue is not with the data. Okay, of course the issue is not with the data now. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna fire the request again and see what issues I'm basically getting here. So yeah, see now I could able to get the data accurately here. So basically I would be able to sing 9 to 4:30 because the breaks are being not had it properly. And let's see if there is any issues. The breaks are not considered. Anyways, that is fine, but now what I'm gonna do here is so we can book it from here as well. But let's say I'm gonna test it. I want to test it like I'm gonna log in as a separate regular user. I'm gonna select the data, the downtown dental, and see.
Hello, I'm Mia, your appointment booking assistant. I can help you book appointments of various businesses. Which business would you like to book for?
Hey, I would like to book an appointment with downtown dental.
Thank you for booking an appointment with Downtown Dental. I've confirmed that business, and it's now marked as booked in your calendar.
Can you book me an appointment for coming Monday at 9:30 a.m.?
Thank you for confirming. I've added the appointment
See,
to your
it's
calendar.
added an appointment for us.
Your appointment is now scheduled for Monday, November 3rd at 9:30 a.m.
And it's even saying that appointment has been booked. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to log into.
I'm not a doctor. I can only book an appointment for you. Available doctors: Dr. Lee, General Dentistry; Dr. Patel, General Dentistry; Dr. Kim, Dental Surgery. Time slots
This is to
available:
work and-
asterisk 10 a.m., asterisk 11:30 a.m.,
This is to work
asterisk
and
1 p.m. Which time slot would you like to book?
speaking has to be stopped, but I don't know what has stopping it, and I want to fix that bug as well. And because see, everything used to work until I had everything set up in the local. So now when we are going to the production, so we are separating this configs. Okay, so to separate this configs again, in few places I just hard coded uh, the configuration values, so that is where I made the mistake. So on the first day, the first point itself is the design. So the design should be like, you should think of a head as like, you should maintain your code base at the code separate from the configurations. So yeah, let's see whether it's booked a slot for us for, yeah, see, 9:30 is booked. This is great. Okay, for the downtown dental, 9:30 is booked. And yeah, I have some issues, but yeah, definitely I'm going to fix it. I found out 4 bugs. And basically this I'm trying to build up the things, and this involves the real AI and the real brain. Basically, my suggestion is like through voice based. I want an entire world applications to go in the future where you want to going to talk to the robot in future, maybe for booking something like a movies or hotels or restaurants. So keeping that in mind, I just built this. And I kept building it. So let's see what gonna happen. And we are trying aggressively to get a lot of clients, and that is another, our marketing team is currently doing that. Okay, Okay, guys. Hopes this is helpful for you guys to learn or to build something. I mean, I just want to show off these skills which I have to my followers. Okay, hope see you again for the next bug fixing.